content on this channel. So we are still at the Nigerian Bar Association annual general conference. So today the highlights, I would like to say it exceeded that of yesterday though, depending on what people will say. Well, for me, I learned a lot of things. So just to share with you what I learned. So today we started with the plenary, which had in attendance um, some presidents, past presidents of the Nigerian Bar Association. They had a conversation, people asked questions, and they were able to answer. Each of them were able to highlight what the challenges were when they were the president and what they did or what they felt or they feel should be done. So after that discussion, questions were asked. Then there was a report by the Sexual Harassment Committee. At the AGC last year in Port Harcourt, there was the sexual harassment policy document. So this committee, you know, made some amendments and were able to present it to the president for implementation. We have heard, and a lot of sexual harassment issues are going on within the profession. So that policy is aimed at curbing such occurrences, future occurrences. And the committee presented the document to the president and to the president-elect. Then the breakout sessions, a lot of breakout sessions, from the fit for a purpose lawyer to how to, finance your legal practice to issues of how to curtail abuses and intimidation of lawyers by security agents and security agencies. It was a highlight. We had big weeks converge. It was also another session. It was the last session. It was so amazing. You see, this plenary, these breakout sessions, we had people come talk about issues. Now, one of the earning capacity of a lawyer, the earning capacity. This is where the MBA remuneration committee, talked about what can be done to raise the bar in terms of remuneration of lawyers. We know that some lawyers do not earn good fees, some lawyers are struggling to earn good salaries, and they looked at what can be done, what they have done so far in the committee, what can be done, how each and every one can put their hands together to ensure that this profession, rather than go down, is moving forward. Because when a lawyer earns peanuts, there's a possibility of a lawyer to start engaging in illegal and unethical conduct. Because it is when the lawyer is well paid, those things that draw him or her to start doing things that are uncalled for will not be there. So we also discussed, questions were asked as to um, firms who pay less and why firms are paying so much. Answers were given. People were able to share their views, what is happening in other jurisdictions. Some jurisdictions are so thriving, while some other jurisdictions are not as commercial or viable as others. So you can also understand that the payment structure cannot be the same. So the session for the abuse of lawyers, we have had incidents of people, lawyers, who were abused when they went to represent their clients in the police station, other places. This should not be. So we are standing forward together as a body to say no to these acts. Lawyers are there to defend clients. We cannot be intimidated in the course of discharging our duties. We should not be intimidated because we are trying to, assert our rights and the rights of our clients. Also, we talked about, how a lawyer can, present his case without be undermining this security and agent. You know that sometimes the manner of speech, the way we talk, can also escalate things. So it was in both ways. But at the end of the day, the incessant intimidation, harassment of lawyers by security agents, where it was knocked at, because that shouldn't be. You should not be able to represent your client in fear because because you're there as a professional and should be accorded that respect. You know, so the discussion was in depth. The conversation was enormous. Was beautiful. The conversation was amazing. Then we also looked at financing your practice. How can you access the funds that are made available by MBA in conjunction with Access Bank? How do you access these funds? How do you fund your practice? You want to start up a practice, you don't have money. What can you do? How can MBA assist? Because as a practicing lawyer who is paying your or a practicing fee, who is up to date, you should be able to rely on the profession or in the body to achieve some sort of financial help. Sometimes people from a distance, that MBA doesn't help, MBA doesn't care. There are things available, but many people do not know how to access these funds, how to access these things. They are there for us. So there were discussions around how do we go about it, and it was mind blowing. People expressed their thoughts, and questions were also asked. The moderator, the speakers were able to answer those questions as much as they could. Now, it's also very important that as an aside, the legal materials were so much available from different publishers. So they had a session, they had the tent where they displayed as usual. So and there were discounts. So this was an opportunity for young lawyers, older lawyers to access to buy legal materials, textbooks, law reports, update their digital apps of these various vendors. Because you saw people buying books. Sometimes lawyers don't invest in their library. They rather want to invest on the physical. You see people, it's not about much. The little they had, they were able to stock up, buy more books, look at which ones have been repealed, which ones are no longer in existence, which are the new laws, and they're able to get it. That is what law is all about, being able to find the law, being able to access it. Many people do not even have what it takes to access the materials needed. Coming to conference, you don't just come for the fun of coming around, meeting people, running from one party to the other, being able to help yourself. We're talking about bold transition. Bold transition. It means it has to be an intentional act. It has to be something you make up your mind to transition. To transition is not a child. A transition means total revolution, total evolving, to becoming a better person, becoming a better association. So we are as MBA, the leaders are looking at how do we become a better association, how do we become better in what we are doing, how do we become better as a body, so that we as a body can be able to stand, and be able to talk to the government where needed, share, share our thoughts where necessary. So it was a wonderful session again. So another highlight of the day was going to be the MBA President's Dinner. So I'm going to, show you what the environment looks like. The the President's Dinner. It's a dinner. Not everyone can have access to it. For those that have tickets, the ticketed event. So you have your ticket, you have an access to the dinner. So it's a dinner where awards will also be given. It's one of those highlights of the annual general conference. So just you're going to have a peep at what it looks like, the environment, how it looks like. So this is a hotel where the president's dinner. You can see on the wall the president's dinner. This is how it looks like. This is the ambience of the event place. You can see those artworks, and I must say, I must commend Mr. Charles Ajiboye. He's an artist and also a lawyer who's doing great things. He has an exhibition stand. You can see one of his artworks. The artworks are so amazing. You can see the artworks. This is really a great way to encourage this a great brother who is doing so well. You can see his artworks, beautiful artworks. You can see his artworks. Mr. Charles Ajiboye, I commend you. Lawyers in Infohub, we are proud of you. You are doing so well. You can see his artwork. This is so beautiful. This is so. So you can see the whole place is decorated for the president's dinner. You can see the president's dinner. You can have a clue of it. The president's dinner. Yeah. So they're still setting up the hall where it's going to happen. So beautiful. The environment is so beautiful, classy. Yeah, you can see it, how it looks like, the decoration. If you have never attended an annual general conference, please save up for it, make plans for it. It's an event that you will love to meet. So, friends, it's been an amazing time. I just hope you're following us and you're able to transition boldly. You can see bold transition. For you to transit boldly, it takes capacity, it takes boldness to transit to the next level of your life, to the next level in your practice. I love this theme, bold transition. So, friends, it's been an amazing time. If you're yet to subscribe to our channel, please do hit the subscribe button, share the video, follow us on our YouTube channel because we are here to give you content back to back. We are grateful for all those who have subscribed, and for you yet to subscribe, please do hit the subscribe button, share the video, and like it. Do take care of yourselves and have a lovely day.